Okay, today is Friday, 26 April 2018. Okay, just walk around here to approach my bus. It's not leaning, it's level. There's no leaks under the ground of the bus indicating any issues with the vehicle. Alright, so as I approach my bus, I have my 3 amber clearance lights, not cracked, damaged, security mounted. Then I have my school bus. This lettering is clean, clear, not cracked, damaged, security mounted. Then I have my amber warning lights for students. It's not cracked, damaged, security mounted. Then I have my loading lights, which are red in color. They're not cracked, damaged, security mounted. Okay, then I have my windshield, which is not cracked or damaged, securely mounted, and no illegal stickers. Okay, then I have my windshield wipers. They're not cracked, damaged, security mounted, and the blades are not frayed. Okay, then I have my flat and convex mirrors, and they're not cracked, damaged, security mounted, and they're clean, clear. All right. Then I have my crossover mirror. It's not cracked, damaged, security mounted. It's clean. Okay. Then I have my other crossover mirror. It's not cracked, damaged, security mounted. It's clean. Okay. Then I have my driver's side mirrors, which are convex and flat, not cracked, damaged, security mounted, and they're clean. And then while I'm here, I'll pop this up. Okay, and then I'll come over here on this side. Well, okay. All right, now let me go back to my headlights here. My headlight assembly is not cracked, damaged, security mounted, and it's clean. Then I have my driver's side amber turn signals, so it's not cracked, damaged, security mounted, and clean. Then I have my turn signal hazard lights, which is also amber in color, not cracked, damaged, security mounted. Okay. Then I have my high-low beams, which are clear in color, not cracked, damaged, security mounted. Okay. And then on this side of the bus, I have my other headlight assembly, which is not cracked, damaged, security mounted, and it's clear in color. Then I have my amber headlight or amber turn signals, which are not cracked, damaged, security mounted, and I'll operate these later on. I also have my hazard lights, which are also amber in color, not cracked, damaged, security mounted. Okay. And then I'm going to open my hood. All right. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to talk about my coolant reservoir. It's not cracked, damaged, security mounted, not leaking. If I were to add any fluid, I'd add it to this level here. It's security mounted, not cracked, damaged, security mounted, not leaking. Okay. Then I have my alternator, which is not cracked, damaged, security mounted. It's belt driven, no more than 3/4 inch slack on the belt. And there's no frayed wires or whatever on the back side of the alternator. Then I have my AC compressor. I have 2. I have one on this side and one on the other side of the engine. And it's not cracked, damaged, security mounted. It's not leaking. Okay. It's also belt driven, no more than 3/4 inch slack on it. And then down here I have my red. It's a water pump. It's not cracked, damaged, security mounted, and it's not leaking. Okay, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side of the motor. Now I'm going to walk over here to the driver's side of the engine, and I'm going to start with the top down. And here is my transmission dipstick. It's not cracked, damaged, security mounted. It's not leaking, and if I were to add fluid, I'd add it into there. Okay. Then I have my engine oil dipstick. It's not cracked, damaged, security mounted. It's not leaking, and if I were to add oil, I would add oil to the top here. Okay, it's not cracked, damaged, security mounted. It's not leaking. Okay. Then I have my let's see here. Then I have my circuit fuse panel. It's not cracked, damaged, security mounted. There's no burning wires or no frayed wires, that sort of thing. Then I have my I have my air hoses, my fuel line hoses, and my water hoses. They're not cracked, damaged, security mounted, not leaking. Okay. Then I have my air compressor for the brakes. It's not crack damage security mounted. It's back here. It's also gear driven. Then I have my steering pump, which is also gear driven. It's not crack damage security mounted, not leaking. The air pump is also not leaking. Okay. And then we have our, let's see here. Then we have our power steering reservoir. It's not crack damage security mounted, not leaking. If I were to add fluid, I'd add to it into this orifice here. Okay. Then we have our steering linkage, which comprises of this rod right here, and this rod right here, and this rod right here. Okay, and they're securely mounted, not crack damaged, and security mounted. Okay. Then we have our steering gearbox, which is right here. It's not crack damaged, security mounted, not leaking. We have our what do you call these? These are the power steering hoses. We're not crack damaged, security mounted, not leaking. Okay, and then we'll see. So that's all of this here. Okay, and then oh right, here's the other AC compressor. It's not crack damaged, security mounted. Okay, and it's not leaking. Okay, then we go over to our suspension system, which comprises of the this is the spring mount for the leaf spring. It's not crack damaged, security mounted, no illegal weld. Then we have our leaf spring. It's not crack damaged, security mounted, no illegal weld. Then we have our U-bolts, which is not crack damaged, security mounted. And then we have our shock absorber. It's not crack damaged, security mounted, not leaking. Then we go over to our brake lines. We have our brake lines here, which are not crack damaged, security mounted, not leaking. Then we have our brake chamber, which is not crack damaged, security mounted, not leaking. Then we have our push rod right there, which is not cracked or damaged. And then we have our slack adjuster, which is not cracked or damaged. And no more than 1 inch pull on the slack adjuster. And if you were to pull on it, you would pull on this right here to check your slack. Okay. Then let me go over to the other side of the car, truck, bus. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to see. So I've done the suspension system. I've done the brake system. I would check the other side, or this side, like I checked the other side. Now I'm going to move over to the brakes. Okay. Down here is the sight window where you would see the linings and the brake drum thickness. The linings are on the inside, the drum is on the outside, and the linings are not too thin. Okay. Then we have our front tire, which is not no more than 4/32 of tread depth. I mean, no less than 4/32 tread depth. Any less than that, you is not legal to drive with this tire. The tire is evenly worn. It's not cracked or damaged, security mounted. It's inflated to 100 psi. The sidewall is not cracked or damaged, no gouges, no bubbles, no whatever. Is security mounted, not cracked or damaged, inflated to 100 psi. Then we have our wheel rim. It's not cracked or damaged, security mounted. It's no illegal welds. Okay. Then we have our valve stem right here. It's got the cap on. It's not cracked or damaged, security mounted, and it's not leaking. Then we have our lug nuts, which are not cracked, damaged, security mounted, and there's no rust behind the lug nuts, indicating that they are loose. Okay. Then we have our hub oil seal, which is not cracked or damaged, security mounted, and it's not leaking. Okay. And that completes the column A of the DISD. Oh, I know I forgot something. I always do. Okay. Let me go back around here to the steering system. I forgot to mention the castle nuts. The castle nuts and cotter pin right there is not cracked or damaged, security mounted. There we go. Now that completes it, because I mentioned the air compressor, the power steering pump, all of those like that. Okay, so I'm good. All right, I'm good. All right, I mentioned all the lights. That completes column A in under 10 minutes. Good day, bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed. I gotta go. Bye. Thank you for watching.